on something powerful, and yeah, you say insta-lock on the Corki for Pawn.
Well, it has been going to be used from
Use W
Repel.
to clear.
Yeah, the flash immediately answers though from Spirit. Dragon gets upset and Score will go down for first blood. It's Tucson that picks that one up. Pawn getting aggressive onto Kuro in the mid lane, but now that Q getting a bunch more points into it. Oh, Cocoon lands. Spirit's looking to grab another kill. All too easy. Gets his way out, and this is the Spirit that we
say about Windows, where
Arrow
hits.
Yeah, there's the flash. Spirit just chaining the CC. It's all too easy. Def not even going to flash. He knew that those auto attacks were in the fight.
It's good formation from KT. KT going in hard.
Yeah, they're actually just looking to lock down Kuro. This is a dangerous one. Four-man taunt from Kuro. Mata stays alive for a long time. The box comes in. He's still not dead. Marin looking for it. Finds the kill, but has he overextended? They've already got 2 kills. Afreeca Freecs still looking good. But that was massive from Kuro.
Which admittedly is not today, but again, reminding us, well, hold that thought.
Def nope, is just going to get exploded. It's a good arrow from Kramer. You mentioned that he's been Prey-esque of late on this particular. That one, Justice Punch doesn't find anyone, but the Winds of War is slowing Mata down. There's another Cataclysm, and Mata is just going to get dismantled by the Jarvan. Marin's actually just going to dive straight in. Everyone underneath the turret. Good kick from Score. Gets a lot of knockups as Marin is still not dead. There's a heroic entrance just to keep him alive. Another knockup onto Smeb, and he's going to get taken down most likely. There he goes. Kramer grabs that kill, and still the Afreeca Freecs have lost no one. Marin, all the shields. The Inspire as well from Tucson. After Kuro, that Gargoyle Stone Plate is making sure that his health bar does not change. And they just take down the turret. Score is going to get exploded. No Dark Passage for you. You're going to go straight back to the Death Chamber, and this could spell inhibitors for the Afreeca Freecs. The first one.
And KT have just tried to lose the minimum. When you're behind, that can certainly be smart. But at some point, if you lose the minimum 8 times, it's 38 minutes in.
Has to flash, but does so quite nicely. Smeb in the backline trying to get the disruption down. Kramer finds the kill onto Score already, and Smeb's just going to get destroyed. Marin finds Pawn, finds Deft, and this is a Jarvan on a mission. Deft is dead. It's a double kill, and remember, he's got that GA. He doesn't care about the perfect game being on the line, and with a gigantic gold lead, Afreeca Freecs are going to take down the Nexus, and the perfect game has been achieved.
Lucky 13 for Afreeca Freecs, 13-0, no objectives, no kills, no structures at all for KT Rolster, and we wondered if we could just call the 2-0 loss to Longzhu as a mulligan, as a sidestep. They needed to redefine their season today to KT Rolster, and no one's looking very much higher than the floor. Because KT, if that's going to be their season, it's not going to be one to remember.
Well, they're certainly going to have to change a lot of things, Papa Smithy. This is still a best-of-3 series. We've seen KT bounce back before, but it hasn't been, like, this roster just hasn't felt like the one to defy odds in that regard. It feels like
someone's going to pick a winner here, Atlas, because Afreeca Freecs and KT are largely fighting in kind. Big difference is the split push flashes.
Well, there is the flash. He's actually holding onto the hook, though. Lands it! That's going to be Tucson getting cocooned and destroyed. They want Kramer as well, but first blood goes to KT, and it's going to be Score that picks it up.
And such an important one. 40.
Well, Mata going to get the flay onto Kramer. Immediate exhaust goes down. No, Score! Can he actually get the work done? Kramer still taking a lot of damage. The flash from Deft! His aggressive flashes have been great when he's been utilizing them effectively. And when he can get in the game. Score looking for the cocoon, but massive amounts of damage. The Cataclysm comes in. Smeb, he will most likely be taken down. Not just yet. In goes Kuro. And there it is, threads the volley through and grabs the first kill for Afreeca.
We need telegraph, but because the minion might be AP, which would be insane given the past, there's another flay hits.
Yeah, the hook misses, but it doesn't seem to matter. Tucson's still going to go down to Deft.
Well, the real 2014 MVP, please stand up, because Spirit's going to find Smeb.
Oh no, caught window shopping slightly. Smeb gets over with the flag and drag, but turns it around. He's looking for the kill. Oh! Baited and outsmarted, I'd call it.
Nice
That's
stuff.
The collateral damage as well coming in. Score 1 versus 3 now, but Mata just flashes over. Kuro's going to get hooked up and possibly destroyed.
Smeb?
Oh, not going to get the knockups to Smeb. Everyone Everyone's inside the Cataclysm. It's 3 kills. 2 of them go to Pawn, and KT are looking for more as Marin trying to run away. He wants to get on top of Pawn. A lot of damage, but he does fall down. Smeb has himself the shield, and Spirit, he's desperate for a kill, but he's baited in. That's the ace for KT.
It all fell apart for Afreeca Freecs. First sizable lead of the season.
Well, Spirit actually going aggressive on Namada. Does get the point-blank hook. Grabs himself the shield. There's the shockwave. Pawn just says, yep, I'll clockwork wind up you to death, and that's just baited out from Mata. For any team it's hard, but for KT it's even harder as Marin looking for Pawn, and he will get taken down. That 1 versus 3 was difficult to get out of, and it was a fantastic use of that Proto Belt to get Marin Rift Herald, just because misfiring Rift Herald seems to be definitely a thing as everything lands! Oh my god, KT surround and destroy Tucson. And that's the 2-man shockwave. This is the Pawn Orianna that we've wanted to see for so long. As in goes everyone, Mata misses the hook, and Marin gets cocooned, and Eden, and everyone is picking up kills.
You're saying.
Even if it is a bit weird. Kuro's going to take a lot of damage from Smeb, but he's actually probably going to be able to grab this kill. The shield comes in, but everyone from Afreeca turns up. Scores here as well. Good cocoon does land, and they're going to get pulled out of the pebbles. Spirit going to be taken down with the help of Mata and the rest of the team. Marin grabs the turret again. Lightning Kenny looks for the Ashe. There's really the flash, and he's going to be able to pick that kill up. Oh, okay. Pawn just pops the Zyra. Kramer's going to fall down as well, and they forgot that there were a couple of extra members on the side of KT capable of doing a heck of a lot of damage, and Pawn is now skulking. Yep, Marin doesn't have the Slicing Maelstrom, doesn't have the Proto Belt either, and he doesn't have his life for very much longer. Nope. That Cataclysm was, yeah, amusing. Smeb's going to be able to grab that kill easy as you like, just based on cooldowns.
Even maximizes damage. Hit condition is gone because of the AP Ken.
Well, hook onto Spirit. Boom! He's going to get popped. See you later. And now there's no smite to get into this pit. They are going to be able to pick that up. Stranglethorns was aggressively placed to try and steal a Baron, but Score has got his eye on the smite this time. And Afreeca
looking for an initiation.
Arrow's going to land perfectly by Def. Pawn holds onto the shockwave until he absolutely needs it, and then picks up the kill. Cataclysm onto 2. Kuro and Kramer taking so much damage. Massive dissonance to clean up, but it is going to be Smeb dying. They trade 2 for 1. Arrow going to land straight on the AD carry. The cocoon's there as well from Score, who drops down onto Tucson. They want to get the easy pick off, and they do pick it up. Smeb, Cataclysm, but Kramer immediate flash to get his way out. Def can't get towards there. Exactly right. Pawn as well, tanking up the turret, and Smeb, the heal, the shields. He is going to live. Kuro and Kramer now still just trying to clean up. Final inhibitor of the game. That's the shockwave. Just onto Marin. Will he fall down? Cocoon's not there. Def flashes, picks it up. The slows are there. They are going to be able to get that one done. Spirit taking a lot of damage. Def playing frontline Ashe, as he's wont to do. And Smeb says, I'm the real frontliner here. Drags his way forward. Kramer's going to fall. Repel gets Score out of trouble. And the Dissonance tearing them up. They're now relegated to the Fountain. KT with an incredible performance. They still need to take down some Nexus turrets, but it looks like they'll be able to. All of the inhibitors are dead. And the Afreeca Freecs, with only 3 members here, are just going to watch their Nexus fall down. That's going to be that, and that's going to be game number 3 between KT and Afreeca coming up. And look, if these last 2 are anything to go by, I have no idea what could happen.
But exactly like we spoke about Atlas, we said this is the most important game of the season in week 1 for KT Rolster. How would they come back from being perfect gamed? And honestly, they basically treated us to an exhibition of what can happen when this team is ahead. Going for the win-free comp, like we called it. Everyone's an initiator. Worked super well. The pick comp, which was very linear, very straightforward. One of their stars, makes a star-making moment, gets the snowball going, and then they have pick tool upon pick tool to force objectives and end the game. Your vision game, important, but not that important. You can go straight down a lane, someone hits a line skill shot, and from there, it'll work out. So while it's not time to celebrate just yet, it is time for KT fans to celebrate that their team would not just whimper their way 0-4 and 0-2 in matches at the end of the first week. And now it's actually the side of Afreeca Freecs to look a little bit despondent and wonder, what sort of KT will we see?
It's going to lock that one in, so Pawn going to be taking the Galio into the mid lane. And it's going to be Smeb on his coveted cannon. Very different from what we saw from Smeb.
First thought was to flash away, even though the heroic entrance was just about to be completed. His Score's mid lane.
Yep, there's the Justice Punch, the flash, there's the taunt, and that's going to be an easy kill. Score showing his mastery on the jungle. The kill onto Smeb here. As that's going to be the stun. Slicing Maelstrom comes down. Marin was completely unseen. And teleport now in answer. Smeb has to be so careful. Grand Challenge comes in and Pawn completes the teleport. I think maybe he just wanted that.
It's mobility.
Yep, Lightning Rush does come in. He needs to land this cocoon though. There's no flash available and they get on top of him all too easy. Spirit grabs the kill. Kuro probably a little bit upset about that, but he's going to make his way in. There's the teleport in answer. Grand entrance. He's going to get Pawn down here and look at the layering of CC. Mata, he will fall down. The heal not enough to keep him alive. Good taunt onto Kuro, but gets himself out of there. And Marin, they've already picked up 2. Score in trouble. Marin going down low as Deft. He's been unanswered. The root comes in. The Winds of War 9 find themselves a kill. As Pawn gets himself through. There's the taunt. It lands onto Marin. He gets himself out. Oh my god, Spirit! Able to pick up one. Kuro so close to dead as Deft tanking up the turret. Spirit, he's going to be able to pick that kill up. And Tucson and Spirit get out with their lives. Turret down in the bottom lane. Oh god, Deft taking so much damage, but Kuro, has he bitten off too much? No, he hasn't!
Not quite!
Oh, the turret's gonna be able to pick up the kill onto Mata. Now Deft, the repel's
Marin
there. Spirit, he's gonna be able to pick up that kill. Marin doesn't even get the assist, and it's all going wrong for KT.
And KT felt pressured to make the play in the mid.
Exhaust. There's the grasping roots as well. Stranglethorns, they want to lock him up. Nice flash into the Riftwalk there as well as Marin. He's been turned on. Grand Challenge is there. Smeb does of course have the Lightning Rush and he'll be safe. The taunt comes in for good measure, but Afreeca Freecs, they're looking for this Baron. Teleport is available from Smeb.
Down to 4,000, I don't know if they can do it fast enough.
Yep, Score's going to get in here. It's at least going to be a 50-50. Teleport comes down from Smeb. He's going to get into the pit.
He got it!
The steal for Score! Heroic entrance is going to get Pawn in here as well as KT want to turn this one into a fight as well. That could have been a massive error from the Afreeca Freecs. Smeb. Oh, is he going to get caught out? No cocoon to land on the side of Spirit. And that is going to be Mata getting revenge on Kuro. They're investing a Q. I like it. Meanwhile, the action still happening. Deft going down very low. Heroic entrance. The taunts there onto Marin. Justice Punch beats him in the face, but he's still not dead. There's the flash. And Pawn locks it up. Now KT and Score. Mata moving forward. Nope, not going to find any more Afreeca Freecs. Can they even follow up? The tower falls down. Marin says, I think I can get in here, but look at Smeb. He gets the stuns. That's the taunt. And Kramer goes down. Now Marin said, maybe, guys, I thought you said the party was 8:30, but it seems to be started at 8. Oh, God.
This could be KT trying to end the game. Marin needs to buy some time. Needs to grand challenge someone.
Yeah, well, Pawn does not find the Shield of Durand taunt onto anyone.
Gets an exhaust out, so that's at least a good first lunge for the Fiora. Well, here's the turn.
There's the corruptions. They are going to turn back around. There's the heroic entrance just to make sure that Kuro couldn't jump on top of anyone. Marin still just skirting the outskirts of this fight. It's like he's not invited to the party at all, Papa Smithy.
KT looking for the finish. Still a long time on the recourse, but Kramer's just about to come back up.
Well, there's the boot, there's the taunt, and he's destroyed. Marin chooses his moment, but it's just not enough. Good redemption onto everyone. It's not quite enough. The Nexus going down extraordinarily low. Well, not quite yet, but it is certainly under threat as Spirit relegated to the fountain. That's going to be the game, and KT, despite the early game not exactly going in their favor, turn it all around with a Score Baron steal.
And what a series to try to disseminate for both teams and both sets of fans, Atlas. A perfect game for the Afreeca Freecs in Game 1. Suddenly feels like a few hours ago because KT came back strong in Game 2. Mata the match winner when he needed to be in that game. And then in the third game, it felt like Afreeca, with their innovative lane swap with the two solo laners, had actually gotten to a spot where they had good lane assignments. They could 1-3-1. There wasn't a lot of good answers from the side of KT Rolster, but one bad call around Baron led to the end. This was very much Baron buff into game ending 5 to 6 minutes later. And you can see Afreeca look very crestfallen because you can see the range in emotions you can have playing competitive League of Legends over the course of a 2.5-hour series.
Yeah, and you're also just not used to seeing the mental fortitude out of KT like they displayed in this particular series. There were ups and downs during the whole thing. The second game, being able to bounce back after a perfect game is very, very difficult. But also, in the middle of